everyone, Valerie here. Why do we fear? What is it that makes us fear? It is the unknown that makes us fear, worry, and negative energies that come in and invade our minds and hearts. The planet is run by fear. Everything on the planet that brings us negativity is because we see and feel and touch and hear things that bring us fear. That's the plan. There's so many things that are not in our best interest. Yet we look around and this planet is absolutely beautiful in so many places in the world. Yet we succumb to the fear that wants to bring us down and make us feel intimidated and less than who we are. It is a good thing to be aware of what does go on around the planet, and most people would be shocked if they really understood what really happens out there behind the scenes. You're not going to hear about it on the mainstream news, and you're not going to read it in any place. You will probably read it in some books. A lot of books are banned because they reveal the truths that are really going on. But the information is out there, and if you ever want to or have a desire to understand what is really going on, you can find this information even on the internet very easily. It just takes a little patience and some time, and you might be very shocked at what actually goes on behind the scenes that we don't see in everyday mainstream media and religions and all that places. You'll not see what's really happening. And the thing is, the only reason why it is good to find out what's going on is so that you can be mindful of how to overcome it, how to not get caught up in it. And every day, whether it's movies or television or whatever, you are being mind controlled and brainwashed to think in a certain way. You don't even know it's happening to you. Just the movie stars, the Hollywood scene alone, that's the biggest way, because people are so attracted and drawn to it. And they watch these programs and they are conditioned to think in a certain way, to dress in a certain way, to behave in a certain way because of what is mind controlled into each of us. And once we become aware, we understand the agenda behind it, and we understand who's at the head of it. There are mastermind controllers who want humanity to think in a certain way. They don't want any of us to think on our own. They even use the mainstream religions to do this, and they use them to set a condition so that we will think a certain way, and we have a hard time to get out of it. And once you open your eyes and realize that there is a dark agenda going on this planet, because believe me, the planet is very dark. It is very beautiful too, but that is the physical thing. But the dark agenda is very deceptive and has a way to control your thoughts so that you will think in a certain way that is not for your highest and best interest, for you or your loved ones. So to go and find and be aware of the dark agenda that's going on, then you can see how you can get out of it, and then you can think way above and beyond that dark agenda. And when you learn and understand that it is possible, you will be free. And you need to see it first, realize it's there, and then your mind, and then you can seek your inner higher self, the infinite universal source of all life, for the way to not be part of that. So have you ever heard the saying, I am in the world, but I am not of the world? And that is targeted to people that live here in the world, but they are not conditioned any longer. They have deprogrammed themselves and gotten away from the dark agendas that are upon this planet. And you will have so much freedom when you realize this. And even if you are exposed to certain dark agendas that are going on, example, the U.S. presidential debates and the presidential voting and all that, you will realize that it's not what we are seeing. There's so much more behind the scenes than we even know. But really, regardless of all of that, it's you don't have to live in saying, oh, everything's great, nothing's bad. That also is a trap too. It's just to be aware of the dark agendas, and then you can rise above it. Once you know what's going on, then you can rise above it and not succumb to it. And there's so much freedom in that. There's so much living that we need to do here in the years that we have here, that by being dragged down and weighed down and burdened down by the economy and jobs and everything that wants to pull us down and make us feel heavy and negative, we don't have to do that. We can rise above it. We can feel the sense of freedom and the joy that we are meant to have even while we're living on this planet. We don't have to wait until we die to get it. We can have it here. We can have it here now. And you just have to seek that. You have to look for it and ask your inner self, your higher self, the part of you that is of the infinite universal source, to get and to understand the magnificence of the human being that you are. Don't listen to all that negative stuff and all the religions that say you are nothing without the source. Yes, you are. You are. You are everything in the source. You are a powerful, magnificent being. You don't have to succumb to the darkness. You don't have to do and get caught up in all of the things that want to take you down. Be above that. There's so much for you to experience. Look for it, find it, seek it. It will come to you. Maybe not today, but never give up. Because once it clicks in and once you become aware, once you wake up, nothing is ever the same, and there's no turning back, because you don't want to go back there. We are the new Earth generation, magnificent people that the planet has been trying to bring in for so long, and that the darkness tries to keep us from waking up. But we're waking up regardless. There's thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions of people on the planet that are waking up, no matter how bad their lives are, no matter how bad it is in Haiti and some of these places, that there's nothing left for them, and their government's not looking after them, nobody's feeding them. They are waking up, and it doesn't matter what happens to you physically. The dark energies can destroy the body, but they cannot destroy the soul and spirit. Yes. Thank you for listening. I love you all. Bye.